Easy, guys. I put my pants on, just like the rest of you, one leg at a time. Except, once my pants are on, I make gold records.
Hey, vinyl community and everybody out there in YouTube land. Well, it's Kendall, the Spin Doctor, and his Vinyl Mayhem. And as you can tell, I don't look the same right now. And that's because it is Black Friday, RSD, the day after Thanksgiving. I hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving and a good Black Friday. Mine was very eventful. And I'm going to get into that right now. Thanksgiving was great. And I decided to go out for Black Friday like I always do. I went to Lunchbox Records early in the morning, got there shortly after 1 o'clock, third in line. Didn't do the whole big shindig like I normally do. Chad had some things he had to tend to today, some personal matters. Brian obviously is up in St. Louis. So just me. And I get there talking to the two gentlemen in front of me. Nice guys. Met one of them before a couple times. And setting up my chair. Got a nice, reclining chair and everything. And we're talking about, stuff. And I don't know how familiar you guys are with Lunchbox Records and the layout of it, but as you see here, there are bushes and plants in the front of the store, and there are these brick outlayers that come out for those bushes. And I think you know where I'm going with this. And so I set my chair up, and apparently I didn't do a very good job, and I sit down. As soon as I sit down, I start to lean back, and I just go full back. And I'm doing this as I'm talking, so it's mid-sentence, and I'm seeing this happen in slow motion as I see the gentleman in front of me. And he's reaching out for me as he's talking to me too. The gentleman to the right of me is coming at me as well. And then I start going, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot. I might have used a few different 4-letter words there, by the way. And I know what's behind me, and I'm thinking, please don't let me hit those bricks. Please don't let me hit those bricks. And as you will see in these next pictures that I'm showing you, yes, I hit the bricks right here. I have this gash, and the gash you see is cleaned up after I eventually go to urgent care, but we'll get to that in a second. And this is a picture of the first gauze. Luckily enough, one of the guys there, nice guy, former military guy, he was in the Navy. He had a first aid kit, thank goodness. But I fall and I hit, like I said, those bricks sticking straight out. And luckily enough, did not knock me unconscious, but boy did it hurt very badly. Bit my tongue as well, and I'm just laying there, feet up, and they're freaking out. They're like, oh my gosh, they're making sure that I'm conscious first. And I'm talking to them, like, okay, hey, are you okay? Are you able to, I'm like, well, first, like, don't move too much, because obviously they don't know. I mean, my neck could be broken because, I didn't exactly go flat. My head hit like this. So they're making sure I'm fine, and I'm moving, slowly, of course. My glasses kind of got moved and there, and everything too. So then, they're down checking on me, like, don't get up too fast. Obviously, I don't want to do that because there's the whole worry about being concussed. Everything's blurry at the moment, but that's just because I don't have my glasses on. I'm speaking clearly, so that part's good. I don't feel dizzy. Of course, I haven't gotten up yet, but I don't feel dizzy yet, so that's good. So I'm just laying there for a little bit first, just to kind of regain everything. Now, they can tell that I'm feeling okay to an extent because I have my sense of humor about it, but I'm in pain, obviously. So then I decide to do this, and that's when I see, oh, there's a lot of blood behind me. That's a little worrisome. Get out of here, Ziggy. Come on, go. Anyway, so I'm like, okay, that's not good. And I think I got some blood stains on my hoodie here. By the way, it was very cold this morning. It was in the 20s. So I'm like, okay, well, I am bleeding, so that's not a good thing, obviously. So gentleman gets out the first aid kit, and I know I'm kind of dragging this on, and I'll try to be quick. Gets out the first aid kit, he brings me some gauze and some stuff, and I'm patting it down. So finally, when I do get up, not dizzy, not having any issues or anything, thank goodness. So we're good there. I can see fine, so okay, don't seem to be concussed. That's good. But I'm bleeding quite a bit because, as you can see in this picture, that gauze, it didn't take long for it to get all bloody. So we're like, okay, that's a lot of blood. So they get out a flashlight and they try to look, and they're like, well, I mean, I can't really tell because, I mean, I got a lot of hair back here. It's kind of hard to tell. Well, it's, 2:30 maybe. I'm not going to go to the ER. I'd be there forever and I'd miss out on record store day. So, just kind of pack the gauze and hold it there and wait it out. And so do that for a couple hours, and lo and behold, my wife calls. And I wasn't going to tell her about it until after I got home. And, well, because she called, I'm like, well, I might as well tell her a little bit of something that happened. And I may have not told her the extent of everything, but she's freaking out because she's like, well, I'm coming over because I need to check on it. I'm like, no, just stay home, go to sleep. So for 10 minutes, we kind of argue about it, but she didn't come over. So anyway, that happened. After a few hours of freezing, I get in my car, warming up some. I get some more gauze because, again, I've been bleeding a lot. We wrap my head kind of like this, and we decide, okay, we think we're good now. Finally, 8 o'clock rolls around. We go in, and get some records here for record store day. How about that? I got everything I wanted. Yeah, got everything I wanted. And then I'll show these in a second, guys, I promise. And then I'm like, all right, maybe I should go to urgent care because I still think I'm bleeding quite a bit. And I was going to go to Noble because Noble was going to have his drop. Dylan's going to have his drop. And so like, man, I think I should go to urgent care. So I call my wife, and she says, why do you think you need to go to urgent care? I said, well, actually, I'm still bleeding. She's like, what? She's like, maybe you should come over here so I can look at it. Now, my wife doesn't do well with blood. She gets very sick. That was another reason why I didn't want her to come over in the morning. She's like, just let me come look at it. She's like, just come home and I'll look at it. I'm like, are you sure about that? So I come home, and this is like 9:30, almost 10. So Dylan doesn't open for another hour. So I'm like, okay, get home, take off the bandage I'm wearing, and it's, of course, soaked. I'm like, oh boy, I'm still bleeding quite a bit. And she sees that, she goes, oh. I'm like, oh, yeah, this isn't going to go well. And she can't even really look at it. She's like, yeah, we just need to go. I'm like, that's what I said. So she took me because, it's a head wound, and we don't know how they're going to be at urgent care. They may say, you can't drive yourself home. So get there, they look at it, and the doctor was going to give me staples, but when he realized that this happened over 8 hours ago, he went, oh, well, that changes everything. Instead, I'm just going to give you some antibiotics because it looks like it's actually starting to close up on itself, so that's good. I'll give you some antibiotic ointment, some other antibiotics, and you do need a booster tetanus shot. So I did get a tetanus shot in my right arm, so I know tomorrow my arm's going to be killing me. So that is what it is, of course. I haven't had a headache all day. I mean, it's sore, obviously, but, I'm doing good there. Yeah, things could have been much worse. Things could have been much, much worse, for sure. Lucky that's all that happened. So yeah, very eventful day, eventful morning. like I said, my wife did say you cannot go to record store day by yourself anymore. I did end up going to Noble afterwards, just to, check in and everything. But let's get to the record store day stuff. So, like I said, I did get everything that I wanted, which was awesome. So, first things first, Marcus King. This is the No Room for Blue. This is like the outtakes and stuff that they didn't use, songs that weren't put on his record that came out earlier this year, which I'm not gonna lie, it's not my favorite record he's done so far this year. It's more country than blues, so I am a little more interested in hearing how this sounds. I'm a huge Marcus King fan. He's a great guitar player, great soulful singer, so I have a little bit of high expectations, I should say. Maybe I shouldn't. But yeah, Marcus King Band. Hype sticker says, featuring 12 previously unreleased tracks following the brand new album, Darling Blue. Record Store Black Friday. It is a 1 LP. Very excited to be able to pick this up for Record Store Day. Now, I will say, one of the reasons why I went so early this morning, because RSD Black Friday, I don't go out as early as I normally do. But I went out earlier because I know that stores were heavily allocated with numbers, and that worried me. So I wanted to make sure I got everything, and I was very excited to be able to pick this up. Elton John and Brandi Carlile. This is from their live show at the Palladium in London earlier this year, March 26th, 2025. It's a 1 LP. They do songs from their album Together, and then some, I believe Brandi does The Joke, and then the Tiny Dancers on here, Your Song, Beating the Jets, I'm Still Standing, Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. Very excited. I didn't get to actually watch this live, so very excited to hear this. And it says it comes with an original concert poster, so that's very cool. Come on. Elton John's legend. Brandi Carlile is just one of my favorites, so had to pick that up for sure. This one I didn't know about until about a week ago, and I'm glad that I heard about it because I was very excited about it when I heard about it. This one's called Written by Ronnie D'Addario, and it's produced by the Lemon Twigs. Ronnie is the father of the brothers, and this is all songs that he wrote because he was a songwriter. Not quite super famous or anything, but very cool that these guys decided to pay tribute to their dad and record these songs. But they also did it with the help of people like Todd Rundgren, Sean Ono Lennon, Mac DeMarco, Darian's, the guys that are in the Lemon Twigs as well. But yeah, just very cool, and it's pressed on opaque red vinyl. It's a 1 LP, so very excited. If you're a fan of the Lemon Twigs, I think this is going to be great. I love the Lemon Twigs. Their album last year was my #1 album of the year, so very excited about this. I did hear that this is going to be repressed later, probably on black vinyl, but yeah, very cool, very cool. This was another one I had to have. Very cool. This is Spinal Tap, The End Continues, the soundtrack to the new movie that came out. But this is an extended version with like three new songs, with a double-sided poster. But I love this hype sticker because it says pressed on 181 gram, none more black vinyl. It's double-sided, so and it's funny is that these say that they're numbered, but all the numbers are 11. So I just think it's hilarious. But yeah, I'm a huge Spinal Tap fan, and I'm not gonna lie, I already had the soundtrack for the movie, but I'm a sucker for anything Spinal Tap, so I had to get it. And then this one, this is probably the vein of a lot of people's existence. This one is one of the ones that was probably the most heavily allocated. The Billy Joel Live from Long Island. I think they did So the website says they did 1,500. I've heard differing numbers from other people. This is on 3LP, and it's on black vinyl. It says the classic hometown show from the Nylon Curtain Tour 3LP complete concert includes 5 songs not on the original home video, which that's what this is from. That, you know, the cover. 'Cause a lot of people have joked about how bad the cover art is, but Lunchbox only got 2. Repo only got 2. A lot of people just got low numbers on this. So I was really worried about being able to get this. I did get the first one in Lunchbox, and so I know that they're already out. I know that other people did not get this that wanted this in other locations, and I believe it's already selling on eBay for high numbers. Now, what some people may not know is that this is actually in the box set collection too. So just be aware that if you have that box set, you already have this. Just saying. But yeah, I wanted to have it. I don't have any Billy Joel live except for the songs in the attic. And this is a great time frame. The songs on this are just awesome. And very, very happy to have this and not have to pay the outrageous prices that I know people are going to pay. And then my main 2 also were allocated, I know. But these were my main 2 wants. Alice Cooper, Welcome to My Nightmare Live. This is so awesome. Previously unreleased live from 1975 performance from the LA Forum. It's a 2LP, and the cover is really cool because it does mirror the original album art, except this is obviously from a live show, probably the show that it's from. Again, never before on vinyl, first time ever, exclusive, 2LP, and just this is Welcome to My Nightmare is my favorite Alice Cooper album, and so it's the 50th anniversary of this album, or of the album. I was hoping they were going to do more for the anniversary, and I guess they still could, but I kind of doubt it. So to get this, I'm very happy. I'm very excited to listen to it. Again, huge Alice Cooper fan. Just saw him earlier this year, and so excited to give this a listen because this is when he really came into his own as a theatrical performer as well. So very cool. And then lastly, my number 1 want, which thanks to Billy Hurst for letting me know how good it sounded before it technically hit the stores, but the Dwight Yoakam box. This is so cool because it's called, and then I wrote the first 3 albums of the 90s. This is the first 3 albums, If There Was a Way, This Time and Gone, and then a 4th LP, which is mainly, well, it's just covers. The only one that's ever been released on vinyl is If There Was a Way. The other 2 have never been on vinyl, so this is the first time ever. So very excited for this. I've already heard it sounds amazing. See, the hype sticker says Rule Breaker, Hitmaker legend, Dwight's Gold and Platinum 90s collection featuring his iconic albums plus unreleased rarities. I have the first box set that came out a year and a half ago or so. So really wanted to make sure I got this one too to go along with it. Very, very excited about that. And like I said, I've already heard that it sounds amazing. I believe Chris Bellman cut these. So very, very cool. So yeah, cannot wait to bust that open. I haven't busted these open yet. And then, like I said, I did go to Noble. Anyway, leave me a like, a comment, thumbs up. Let me know what you guys picked up for RSD and what you guys thought of RSD this year. And until next time, I will see you down the road. Bye.